Nigel Ernest James Mansell was born on August 8, 1953, in Upton-upon-Severn, Worcestershire, England, into a family that prized determination and tinkering. His father, Eric Mansell, was a toolmaker who instilled in young Nigel a love for machines and a drive to push them to their limits. At age 9, Nigel began karting on a homemade track in the family's back garden, and from that first race, he discovered a talent for fearless overtaking and relentless consistency that would define his entire career. By his late teens, Mansell had won multiple British karting championships and moved into Formula Ford, then Formula 3, where in 1979 he claimed the European F3 title. His aggressive style and magnetic personality caught the eye of Lotus team manager Colin Chapman, and in 1980 Mansell made his Formula One debut at the Austrian Grand Prix. Over the next several seasons he learned the craft of F1 racing, the precision of qualifying laps in a silver and black Lotus, the agony of mechanical retirements, and the thrill of podium finishes that hinted at his potential. In 1985 Mansell's career took a pivotal turn when he signed with Williams. There he found the perfect machine in the FW14B, a car so responsive that Mansell described it as an extension of his own instincts, and an engineering team led by Patrick Head. Mansell's sheer willpower drove him to unmatched qualifying speed. He won the 1986 Mexican Grand Prix by over a minute and claimed 5 poles that season. Yet reliability issues and fierce team rivalry kept the Drivers' Championship just out of reach. Ever the eternal optimist, Mansell rebounded in 1987 and 1988, only to face heartbreak again when a loose wheel cost him victory at the 1987 British Grand Prix, and a hydraulic failure dashed his title hopes in 1988. Yet his bond with Williams endured, and so did his fan base. Crowds chanted, "Nigel!" at every circuit, drawn to his never-say-die spirit and willingness to drive on the ragged edge. In 1989, Mansell joined Ferrari, lured by the red car's storied legacy, but he found a team in upheaval. He battled his own car's quirks and internal politics, scoring memorable wins in the wet at Phoenix in 1990 and in tricky conditions at the 1991 British Grand Prix. Yet, the Scuderia's internal turmoil and seasonal inconsistency stifled his championship ambitions, and Mansell left at the end of 1991, feeling both pride in his victories and frustration at what might have been. 1992 marked the zenith of Mansell's Formula One career. Returning to Williams and reunited with Head, he was entrusted with the groundbreaking FW14B, featuring active suspension and early traction control. Mansell exploded out of the gate, winning 5 of the first 6 races and never looking back. His victory at Silverstone, on home soil, confirmed his momentum. His skill in changing conditions at Dunnington Park, where he carved through the field from 5th to 1st in torrential rain, became legendary. By season's end, he had clinched the World Drivers' Championship with 9 wins, the most in a single season at that time, and etched his name among F1's greats. Yet Mansell was never content to rest on laurels. In 1993, he crossed the Atlantic to compete in the kart IndyCar World Series. Adapting to oval racing, left-turn-only circuits, and standing starts, Mansell again demonstrated his versatility. Driving for Newman/Haas Racing, he won at Surfers Paradise and delivered consistent points finishes that led him to the inaugural kart championship in his rookie year, making him the only driver to hold both Formula One and kart titles simultaneously. His only regret was narrowly missing the 1993 Indianapolis 500 victory, beaten by just 0.04 seconds in one of the sport's closest finishes. Mansell's later years saw him return briefly to F1 with McLaren in 1995 and Williams in 1994, before stepping back from full-time racing. He made occasional starts in sportscars, touring cars, and historic events, always carrying the same fiery passion. He transitioned into media work, enthralling audiences with insightful commentary and candid reflections on life in the cockpit. In recognition of his contributions, he was knighted in 2008, becoming Sir Nigel Mansell. Beyond trophies and titles, Mansell's enduring legacy lies in his indomitable spirit. He embodied the belief that perseverance, courage, and sheer will could overcome setbacks, from mechanical failures to team politics. Fans remember his giant-killing performances in wet weather, his joyous wheel-standing celebration at the 1992 British GP, and his warm, approachable demeanor off the track. Today, Mansell remains a symbol of British motorsport at its most thrilling, a driver who chased his ambitions with all-or-nothing determination and, in doing so, inspired countless young racers to dream of speed, victory, and the roar of the engine beneath a summer sky.